Sup my dudes, Valk here, and today, after a solid week of trying to get a 0.5% gem drops to where you can see how many of the fire rubies I've got 39 of these, 22 of these, 14 of these, 42 of these. I never got a fire gem. I give up. You win, game. You are the winner. I am basically going to showcase my Sukuna today at level 100, rank 9, with double impossible traits, because I believe I have a really good Sukuna, potentially the best Sukuna in the game, and I want to showcase them for you guys. But first, you know, I like a little bit of Gamba. But basically, Sukuna is going to be really exciting, and he's really good. I'm trying him with Sukuna Fingers so I can really showcase the damage potential he can do. But normally I would go Key of Kings. I would rather go Key of Kings on him, because the thing is with Sukuna, and I think Sukuna is genuinely in a really good spot right now. I think Sukuna is good how he is. He just has some very core kit issues. All of his power is in his final upgrades on either path. He doesn't have a smooth upgrade progression to that final upgrade. The final upgrade on both paths is massive power spikes. So you are going to want to try to get to that final upgrade as fast as possible. I'm lucky enough to have CEO. If you don't have CEO, you're really going to want to be looking at getting a Key of Kings for Sukuna rather than a finger. But because I have CEO, I'm going to go ahead and try him with the finger and see if we can do it and go ahead and push him like that. So here, are we at the... Okay, so we're going to be at the One Piece map. No, we're at Naruto. Perfect. This is a longer map. We'll have plenty of time to set up. So, since we're going to Naruto, this is going to be good. Hopefully. I think this is the long Naruto map. So we're going to be able to set up, and I'm going to be able to show you guys what a rank 9 double impossible trait with Omnipresence, it's not Omni, I'm just going to call Omni. With Omni and CEO Sukuna, what he does, how to use him effectively, essentially, because it took me a lot of experimenting to really figure out how to use him super effectively. The main thing is that, place this for the Uta. For people that don't know what I just did, there is a bug in the game that lets you place Uta next to a unit and then sell it, and then the Uta buff stays there. Don't know why it's there, but hey, if you got a tool, use it. That's all I gotta say. So we're gonna go ahead now. We wait until wave 3. We cannot place anything until wave 3. Very specifically, we have to just be very patient here. Then we're gonna go ahead and put down Broly, and then get Broly down, get him here, and then we're going to go ahead with Sakura. Right. Actually, I want to place Sakura like more so right here. Well, first we got to place one next to him and sell it. Okay, now that we've got that online, we're going to go ahead and do this, and we're just going to get this to 500, which Broly should be able to do pretty good on his own, thankfully. So we're going to do this, and now that is up and running. Broly's got the juice, so we're going to do this, and now we're going to come here, and we're going to put Shinobu right here. And what Shinobu is going to do now is give us yet another access to another really cheap, really powerful buff, because you can see now she has that buff going. So we're going to do this just to increase the speed and decrease her SPA. That way she has even more access to that buff and can give Broly that much more uptime. So next up, we're going to be looking to place Minecraft Steve. Steve is going to be very important for us as well. We want to put Steve right here because we're going to be placing Sukuna over to the left. So we want Steve to be much more over to the right here. And basically just dogpiling all these buffs on Broly extremely early is going to allow us a lot of room to start to work on our Bulma. And then once our Bulma is up and running, which will be next wave, we are going to go ahead and be able to really start full sending a Sukuna off to the side here. Like I said, we're going to put Sukuna kind of off on his own. I could even put Sukuna up front now that I think about it. I probably will. Because he's going to be going line first. And basically what Sukuna does is Sukuna is going to be a very nice sub DPS option. Now what I mean by that is Sukuna is going to be able to provide you enough time he's going to be able to set up to give you access to be able to just provide more security to Broly, essentially. So you can see here Broly's on a 2.9 seconds with occasionally 1.5 million attack stat. This is going to make it so he's able to constantly just pump out damage. So now we can really just zero in and lock in on getting that ranked up Bulma and let that really push through. Broly is fine where he's at. We don't need to worry about him too much. we want to go ahead because, there, like I said, there is an awkward moment whenever you sell Broly and try to replace him. It creates a very, very awkward moment in spacing in DPS because you're going to go on a DPS loss because you sell for 25% of the original value. So you're just naturally going to lose a lot of damage doing that. Like, there's not really much you can do about it. But what you can do, right, is you can set up a secondary DPS option. And the secondary DPS option can help you take care of a lot of your issues. So that's what we're primarily going to be focusing on. And that's what Sukuna's main option is going to be, is he's going to be sub DPS. So now that this is here, we really want to get Sukuna going and get him focused on that bottom path. So we're going to put a Minecraft Steve about, I want to say like right here roughly, right? Yeah, we're going to put a Minecraft Steve like right here. This will let us put a Sukuna Matata right here. We're going to immediately place a Sakura right here. Go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And then we're going to place a Shinobu after, which Shinobu is going to go like right here-ish. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And now Sukuna's getting buffed to the moon, which is the whole goal. So now you can see it's 40k for Malevolent Shrine, so we're going to sit here. He's already at a 265k attack stat. Whenever Malevolent Shrine goes up, we are going to basically be able to, we're going to be able to buy time and basically be able to shred the entire field, which is going to be really good because it's a nuke. It's going to let us reset and replace Broly without losing too much DPS. And it's going to be kind of like a big field reset, which is what's really, really important about it. But you got to get to that point first, right? You got to be able to get to that point. And then once you go ahead and you blow the Malevolent Shrine, at that point, you're going to want to... So first, we're going to do this. Now, Sukuna, you can see, he's at a 1.6 million attack stat. Now we want to kind of just wait till next wave. We're going to sell and replace Broly. And then we're going to hit the grand old reset on everything. We're going to hit the funny reset button. And then we're going to go ahead and afterwards sell and replace Sukuna and go top path. Because you basically use Sukuna's entire kit, which is really good. That means the unit's really healthy. Just like I said, the only issue with Sukuna is everything's back in loaded in terms of his damage. Everything's loaded into the back upgrade, so you have to be able to get to those final upgrades first. It's why you use Broly to really try to tackle a lot of the early game. So we're going to go ahead and do this. Then we're going to sell Broly. We're going to replace him right where he was. Hope I get it right. And now that we're on a downtime with DPS, we're going to take Sukuna. We're going to activate Malevolent Shrine, which should allow us to get a good reset going. So you can see him just absolutely shred the field. Here's where Sukuna is going to just absolutely just shred everything and push them back into their spawn. This is going to give us enough time to really get rolling with Broly and let Broly kind of get where he needs to be, which would be like 2 waves. It's basically going to buy you enough time to do a very big reset. So now that that's done, we're going to go ahead now and sell Sukuna, actually. We're going to replace Sukuna, and we're going to go top path. The reason we want to go top path now is top path is going to be hitting for about 4 million damage a hit right now. 4.5 million damage a hit. Really, 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 really strong. You guys can see the DOT ticks, if I can actually catch them. The DOTs right now are ticking for about 242k a tick. Yeah, 242k a tick right now for each DOT proc. Really, 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 really powerful. And now that that's here, now we can get Broly his final upgrade, and now we're kind of good to go. Broly with a 10 million attack stat with a Mangekyo Sharingan is going to be able to actually put in some absolute work. So now we're going to do this to make it so she can buff herself as well as him. And then we're going to do the exact same for Sukuna here in a second. Because it's going to allow her to decrease her SBA so she can get more uptime on her buff as well. And now we're just going to focus on getting her maxed out. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at now. Now we're in the end game. We're kind of just chilling. There's not really a whole lot to do at this point. Because we could go up here. We could actually increase the speed, increase the uptime and stuff. But there's not really a real need to do any of that. Like, we can't do that. But there's not really, like I said, a need to. So now we're going to do this, and we're going to just upgrade this. And you can see it's going to increase a bunch of funny stuff. Yeah, this is just going to focus primarily on Broly. I guess it'll focus Sakura too, which would be kind of funny. But Broly's going to have basically 100% uptime with this, so that's going to be really, really nice. You can see he's at, what, 10.7 million whenever it procs right, that's pretty good. So now we're going to wait to give this one the exact same treatment. We could move the Sakura over some. right? Nah, it's not. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. So we're fine on that. So we're going to do this. We're going to do this. And now this is going to buff up the exact same setup as before, where you're buffing hair. That's a big no-no, Sakura. What are you doing that for? So we're going to move you back, actually. We're going to move you back to here. Yeah. 1, 2. Actually, wait. I could just actually take her to full AoE. What am I thinking? Yeah, I didn't need to sell her. I just take her to full AoE. So that's what's going on now, is the attack. Okay, so it's buffing up that much. Alright, but you can see Sukuna's at 492,000, which makes it so he's actually hitting for about 4.9 million a hit. So this boss is absolutely shred because I have 2 sources of damage. I have 10 million here, then I have 4 million on Sukuna. And the reason a sub DPS is actually really good in terms of the current buff meta is because you end up a lot of times with like these buffs that are multi-placement that you never actually use the multi-placements of. So it allows you to have basically different buff stations across the map, letting you set up really, really, really good values. You can see here, I think he's got like how much? Like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 804 million HP. We're almost into the billions. We're getting there. But yeah, you can see how Sukuna was really, really, really useful in this challenge rift run. Basically, it is just using a bunch of stuff. Look, I didn't even use Nami. I completely forgot I even have her, to be honest. I might replace Nami with Sanji, which feels weird, but more money is always good, right? So yeah, that's basically where we're at with this. Key of Kings Sukuna is something you want to look for. Unless you're lucky enough to roll CEO. If you're rolling CEO, then maybe the Sukuna Finger might be a way for you to work. But yeah, I think I have probably the best Sukuna in the game, and I think he's absolutely insane. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. As always, hopefully you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.